All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching this word now, true faith and sincerity. And today, I just want to tie this lesson, the attack on the truth, because that's what you're seeing on display. You know, this devil Esau, the biblical Edomites, which in these modern days, this modern time, is the so-called white man. This word that's going forth, this doctrine that's going forth, is disrupting, his plans. He's trying to cement, he's trying to really get their birthright and cement it that is his. With this system that's coming about, this digital system. So this man gotta do a lot of things because of this word. It's causing him to react. But as you can see, from the title of this article from Detroit News, it reads, "Hate speech bans will be the end of free speech." So we seeing, the end of free speech. Because it's not, I don't give a damn about what you say. You motherfucker say a man can be a woman. Jake, and that black culture and the rap, and they speak all these degenerate things. That's not the thing that they're concerned with. Or the hate speech. You call a motherfucker a bundle of sticks. Or you say nigger. Those things has been going on for years. Yet today, they want to end. This the day we're going to end. No, that hate speech is really concerning this truth. It's really the speech they hate. Matter of fact, let's get some real quick before we get into the article. I think that's Job. Job chapter 15. Verse 21, it reads, "A dreadful sound is in his ears. In the prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him." See? Because that's the message. The destroyer is finna come, which is Yahweh Shai. Going back to Egypt. Matter of fact, let's see. I think this in, yep. The destroyer. In Exodus 12. Matter of fact, let's get it. Exodus 12 and 23. It says, "For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he sealed the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come unto your house to smite you." And that destroyer, that's concerning Yahweh Shai, that death angel that went through Egypt to smite the firstborn. And that was a representation, of Egypt, not continuing. Back then, you didn't vote no one in. It was a royal lineage, king and his son. And that's why the scripture says son or nephew. So that was really submitting Egypt coming out of power, and they didn't have nothing to build off of once the Lord got through with them, man. And that's what the Lord is doing with Esau. And in this, just like you got people today that dwells in Egypt. Either when the smoke clear and the dust settle, literally, no one's going to dwell here in America once the Lord get through with it. You know. So going back to that speech, that hate speech, it's really this truth, man. You know. So let's go into this article, Detroit News. It reads, "Hate and beauty have this much in common. Often they are in the eye of the beholder. That what makes criminalizing hate so fraught, particularly regarding hate speech." See, so they telling you that they're going to move the goalposts according to there. Like I said, a nigga, because that's hate speech. A nigga saying he take your woman and shoot you up. That's hate speech. You know? It says, but they allow niggas make millions, and really companies make billions promoting that shit. Yet, you know, it's one of the hottest things out here. It says, one person's mean and damaging remark is another person's exercise of natural right to free expression. Republicans were on board with that when they rose to defend the rights of Colorado bakery shop owner who refused to decorate a cake for a Mo wedding. It says, but when a worker at an Office Depot in Portage, Michigan, went print a poster to support a rally in honor of Chuck, it was a Republican Attorney General Pam Bondi declaring business cannot discriminate and threatening to prosecute the company. So as you can see, with that nigga Chuck, because you want people get caught up on the theories and how this nigga got taken out, and really fuck all that. It's all about the results. The nigga dead. Now what happens after? You can see where it's heading towards the cause and effect of Chuck's death. And as you can see now, certain talking points from you speaking on a nigga, but overall certain talking points, can get you apprehended. It says, Bundy followed with the promise of a broader crackdown on free speech. See, it says there's free speech and then there's hate speech. She told podcaster Katie Miller, "We will absolutely target you, go after you if you are targeting anyone with hate speech." See, and that's one of the things, YouTube guidelines. That's one of the categories, hate speech, as well as medical misinformation. Those are the things that they put upon the prophets to justify taking down the videos. But as you can see now, you say they would go after you, target you from hate speech, and that's ultimately having the testimony of our shy. Let's get that in the book of Psalms, chapter 37. Psalms chapter 37 and verse 14, it reads, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy." And that's what this devil have done. By the way of these laws and legislations being written up, these things that's on the books, it's an effort to cast down the poor and needy. It says, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. See? So these niggas is plotting and scheming on those of upright conversation. So they will consider that hate speech. The upright conversation to the wicked is abominable. The scriptures talk about how let's just get it real quick. Bear with me. I don't want to butcher it. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 27. It reads, "An unjust man is an abomination to the just." So that's how we feel about Esau. Everything about him, what he presents, what he represents, everything about him is unclean. He's an abominable man. It says, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. See? So even with us, and the things that we represent and what we stand for is an abomination to Esau. So going back to that upright conversation, that's considered hate speech to Esau. When we say you don't supposed to eat pork, a mole really supposed to be stoned, a woman supposed to be put in her place, that's actually hate speech in this time. Actually, when you get show you everything is turned upside down. I think it's 59, Isaiah 59, verse 15. It says, yeah, true felleth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. So as you can see, you depart from evil, not you becoming an enemy, because you're not a partaker of evil. So just going back to the point of hate speech itself, it's truth in this world. Because people call evil good and good evil, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So really everything this nigga put out is really the opposite. So just in a sense of from this aspect, this nigga talking about hate speech. And they want to use Chuck for an example. But it was really an effort for him to get these certain points. And really the truth. He want to get the truth out the way, man. Let's end off on this in the book of Revelation 12. Verse 17, it reads, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with a remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach. So that's the specific target. Those that have the testimony of Yahushua. And that's considered hate speech. That's terrorism to this devil, because the message itself actually causing things to happen. These words are actually making things happen, and that's why he's in fear. And this is the reaction from it. So yeah, Akim, I just hope this will edify. I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahashai, Rachai, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the teaching word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.